Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Word Wondering. Today, we will be continuing our journey in the Holy Bible, Genesis chapter 5. Now, please go ahead, sit back, relax, and let us continue.
Chapter 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him.
Wait 1 second. Now, it tells us in Genesis chapter 5, verse 1, that God created man, right? We knew that in chapter 1 of Genesis. And it continues to say, in the likeness of God made he him, right? I'm looking at this in the likeness, right? This likeness. What is this likeness? Now, again, I did say in chapter 3, don't assume anything. But this is what I think what God likeness is according to man. Do you know that we all have feet? Some of us are not born with it because of defects and stuff like that. But if you look at every human being that can walk, that can talk, they usually have two hands, two arms, they got a head, they got a neck, they got a stomach, and they got legs and knees and stuff like that. So this is what I think when it tells us in chapter 5, Genesis chapter 5, verse 1, the likeness of God made him. That's what I think it is. You can go outside, you can look at your sister, you can look at your brother, look at your husband, and notice how we are similar in ways, but between men and women, they are just different parts. Let us continue.
Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died.
Wait,
And Seth lived.
wait 1 second, right? I got another thing that I'm noticing in Genesis chapter 5. Um, there's a lot of intimate interactions going on between men and women. I'm gonna just put it out there. That's something that I've noticed. Another thing that I've noticed is that back in the day when man was created, they lived for I have to say very, very long times, right? 900 years and 930 years. So this man was 930 before he died, right? That's amazing. Today, people are usually dying at the age of 100, 100 and 120. Some of us don't even make it there. Let us continue.
Lived 105 years, and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years, and begat Cainan. And Enos lived after he begat Cainan 815 years, and begat sons.
Wow. They they using the blessings that God has given them, right? When God said, I'm gonna bless you, I want you to multiply the earth and subdue it according to Genesis chapter 1. So they going around, they getting busy, y'all. Let's just put it out there. They getting busy. They be getting sons and daughters back to back, back to back, back to back. Let us continue.
Daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Cainan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel. And Cainan lived after he begat Mahalaleel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Cainan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalaleel lived 65 years, and begat Jared. And Mahalaleel lived after he begat Jared 830 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalaleel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begat Enoch. And Jared lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters.
Now wait a minute. Now you guys may be looking at this. I don't really know, but you guys may be looking at this chapter and saying they throwing out a lot of names, right? They throwing out a lot of names. These names are men that are begetting children, which means impregnating women, and these women are having children. So when you hear that word begat, that just means that the man impregnated a woman and she bared his or her son. Remember, it is both of them, but it don't speak about a woman. And I don't really know if it's speaking about a woman because I can't understand these names. I don't know if Enoch, but I believe he's a man, and I believe that every person name that is mentioned in chapter 5 is a man, because that word begat, if you guys look it up, I believe it means that he impregnated a woman or something, right? Go ahead and do your homework, check it out for yourself. I can't do all the work for you. Let us continue.
And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters.
Now wait a minute. Another thing that captured my eye. It said in Genesis chapter 5, verse 22, Enoch walked with God, right? Now that walk has a cross reference. Let's check out and see what that cross reference is right now. It say Genesis chapter 6, 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with God. Now I'm trying to understand, what that walk with God really means. I mean, did God come down and still walk with man? I don't really know what that walk with, but I'm looking at it from a man point of view. As I walk down the street with my wife, I'm walking with her. We talking, we walking together. So I'm assuming, which I don't really like doing, that is what that means when it says that Enoch walked with God. Let us continue.
And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
Now wait a minute, I say. Wait a minute. And it says that, I hate when this thing happened. And it said, and all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And then in Genesis chapter 5, verse 24, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Now, if you look at the other chapters the other verses before this one, what it says, it always speaks about how long someone lived and then they died, right? If you go back and look at it from chapter 2, I believe, all the way now, and they died. But in this case, Enoch walked with God and he was not. So I'm thinking that he didn't die, right? Because it don't speak about Enoch dying, but it speaks about God took him. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Let us continue.
And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. And Methuselah...
You see what I'm saying? It don't tell us that he died. It tells us that God took him. All right, let us continue.
lived 187 years, and begat Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years,
And he died.
And Lamech lived 182 years, and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying,
This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed.
Now I wonder why. Okay, we already know Lamech called his son Noah, right? But what was about Noah, right? That he said this about his son, right? What was it about Noah, and why did he say this about his son? All right. Let us continue.
And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died.
And he died.
And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Now that's very that's very funny to me. I mean, I don't mean to take long on my thoughts, but that's very funny to me that when it speaks about others, they do speak about specific names, and then they talk about how these persons had sons and daughters. But in this case, about with Noah, right? It actually give us three names, which I do think it were men. And when we continue in chapter 6, we will find out why these names are important. I do hope to see you guys there. And until next time, please treat others the way you want to be treated. Peace.